does not really look like what I thought. Looks kind of like a house.
Santa.
Hail Santa. So we're going in. We're just outside of Plymouth, Massachusetts. We found an easy place to stay last night off of the app iOverlander, and it was actually a mountain biking trailhead. We had a super quiet night's sleep here and no one bothered us. Next on the list was Cape Cod. We weren't really sure what we were going to find here, but we decided why not. So we stopped first in Chatham, which is on the southeasternmost tip of Massachusetts, which is known for its beautiful beaches. We were really impressed with how clear the water was. Even though it was a little bit cold to get in, outside was nice and warm. Another cool stop in Chatham is the Godfrey Windmill, which is free to tour. We decided to drive all the way up to the tip of Cape Cod and go to Provincetown because we heard such awesome things about the town. When we rolled in, there was a lot of fog, but it lifted quickly, and we found out that the town was really awesome. This was our favorite spot here, the Provincetown Causeway. You can walk over half a mile on these rocks with the ocean on either side of you. We also were able to sleep right nearby. What you doing? We had heard in the news recently that there were shark sightings off of Cape Cod, but we were shocked when we got there to see all of the warning signs everywhere. Here we're at Herring Cove Beach. If you have your National Parks Pass, you can get in for free, but otherwise there is a daily admission. We were excited to find a lot of cool rocks on this beach, but not so many seashells. The shark warning made it so we didn't really feel comfortable getting in the water, but the sights were incredible. You might note that about 3 miles down the beach turns into a nude area, which is apparently very popular among the gay guys. Provincetown is vibrant and fun, and it's actually known as one of the gayest towns in maybe all of the world. If you come here, you'll see what we're saying. The gay pride is everywhere, and it's a fun time. It's 4th of July, so we decided to head back to Plymouth on our way north and watch the fireworks. What better place to take in the 4th of July than where the settlers first landed? We got into Plymouth early that day and paid a meter for the day so we could stay parked, which turned out to be a great idea because as the day went on, town got super busy. were able to stealth camp in that parking spot overnight and then woke up in the morning to head north towards Quincy. This next place is the original Dunkin' Donuts. In 1948, it was called the Open Kettle. Donuts were 5 cents and coffee was only 10 cents. We were excited to stop by here and see where it all began. We drove right through Boston and straight up to Salem, home of the Salem witch trials of the 1690s.
It's alright, babies.
We're getting a free fireworks show in Salem. And we'll see if the cops come or if this just is okay here. I'm really not sure.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, they're nice actually. But
they're dipping out. And they're on the street walking away. See them?
Yep.
And then there's their other buddy.
Oh yeah. Just doing hood rat stuff. So yesterday we made it to Salem and we found some quiet street parking on I-Overlander right here next to the water and a park. Romo has loved getting extra frisbee throws in. It's this huge park being right next to where we're sleeping. And it's currently low tide, so I don't know if you can tell over here. But that's usually full of water, so. Really cool spot we found. Thanks again, I-Overlander. Hey guys, how you doing? You getting ready for your first day of school?
Yep.
Tell everybody where you're really going.
To hell if I don't change my ways. That's it.
You're going to Planet Fitness.
Oh, yeah. There too.
Shower time. You see this shower right here? We don't use it. Yeah, we don't use it. It uses way too much water and electricity if we want hot water. So, anyways, yep. Okay, so today we are at a pretty cool, creepy spot. Where are we?
The Satanic Temple.
We are at the Satanic Temple. Can you tell how excited Justin is?
Hail Satan.
It does not really look like what I thought. It's kind of like a house.
Santa.
Hail Santa. So we're going in. Although we had heard great things about the Satanic Temple, we were disappointed in their high admission price and all of the strict rules to come in, so we decided not to even go. One of the most iconic stops in Salem is the Jonathan Corwin House, or also known as the Witch House. This is actually the last standing structure in Salem with direct ties to the Salem witch trials. You might recognize this house, which is just down the street from the movie Hocus Pocus. Corn dogs? You mean catnip? Corn dogs, ladies and gentlemen. Corn dogs. Such a pleasant time in Salem and the surrounding area because there were so many parks and lots of options for us to park overnight. Justin, did you just sneak one? We didn't even agree to eat them yet.
I'm not, it's so hot.
Good. I hope it burns the roof of your mouth. Anyways, Red Supreme's roast beef, we were told to come here by a local that Justin met in the park, so. You know, he does that a lot. I hope he burned. Another awesome find from the app Atlas Obscura. Today we're at the Endicott pear tree, just outside of Salem in Danvers. This is believed to be the oldest living cultivated fruit tree in North America. It's a little hard to find off the beaten path near a parking lot in a commercial area, but don't worry, the app will take you there. That is his spot of choice. He loves it there. Come on, guys, Romo. Come here. Woo! It was largely believed that the hangings that took place during the Salem witch trials occurred at the top of Gallows Hill, but it wasn't until recently that historians have been able to confirm that the actual hangings took place right here. This was confirmed just recently in 2016, and their reason for believing so was eyewitness accounts from neighbors who could see the hangings from their yards. So if you do come here, there's really nowhere to park easily. Right over here is the memorial, and there's no parking. And as you get closer to it, there's still no parking. We went over to this Walgreens, which also has more no parking signs. So, don't do that.
Oh, sorry.
So we were just following a map to the Boston Stranglers gravesite, and we got here, and it does not exist.
We went off grid coordinates too.
Yep, the grid coordinates brought us to an old folks home with no cemetery, so back to the drawing board to figure out what went wrong. Another Atlas Obscura find is the grave of the Boston Strangler, Albert DeSalvo. He was thought to be responsible for about a dozen strangles and sexual assaults of women from 1962 to 64 in the Boston area. We also visited Salem's oldest cemetery, which is located not far from the shops of downtown. This is the final resting place for many notable Salem residents. Unlike places like New Orleans, Salem lets you tour their cemeteries for free.
How we like to wake up in slow motion, think about the things we'll never do. We'll talk about the ocean, but never use the lotion. It's not like I got anything to lose. One day
Alright, so right now we are getting some water. We've been driving around all morning looking for water, and that's one of the hardest things to find in the van. Like, we can find places to sleep, food, of course, dog food, whatever, but finding water, not easy. So I don't know if you guys can see where we're at, but we're at a marina. Justin's back there getting that water. Reverend Samuel Parris lived here. Their property was here at the Salem Village parsonage. So that was the original foundation. This is the addition that they added later, but he was the minister of the town. His daughter and his niece were screaming and pretending like there was witchcraft going on, scaring them, which started the whole thing about the witch hunt.
I think Tituba helped.
Tituba was his slave. So it says in this house in 1962 that Tituba, Reverend Parris' slave, told the girls that the household stories of witchcraft, which nurtured the village witchcraft hysteria and resulted in the deaths of 23 persons. So this is the house where they all lived, and this is where the mass hysteria started. Right here in Danvers. We're not even in Salem, by the way. We are in Danvers, Massachusetts, which is actually...
It used to be Salem Village.
Salem Village. So this is actually where you want to go if you want to get away from the crowds and see some of the actual history, apparently. There is a Salem Witch Memorial in this area too, so we might go try and find that.
Yeah, I think it's like a block or two away.
There must be some way out of here. Oh, 'cause I'm feeling so great, and I know I can escape.
Our last stop in the area was the Danvers State Hospital. This property opened in 1878 and was meant to hold about 500 patients, but by 1940, over 2,000 called this place home. Many were reportedly tortured through lobotomies and shock treatment. Thanks for following along with us again this time, guys. Be sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell. We'll see you next time.